Are you one of those people who are increasingly frustrated when you have to talk to people around you when it comes to the COVID subject? Are you one of those people who just cannot understand how seemingly dumb some of the people around you appear to be when this subject arises, whereas they can easily understand very complicated stuff that is not in the COVID realm? Do you ask yourself, how the hell am I gonna get through to their thick skulls? Because I need to. I have to. Our common future relies on it. If yes, then this video is for you. Well, hello there. Welcome back to Desire to Inspire. My name is Robert, I'm from the Netherlands. In my other videos before this one, I used to be talking Dutch because that's my maternal language. So if I screw up this language, please forgive me in advance. Why am I doing this in English? I think that the answer to the question that we are going to be trying to answer today needs to travel a lot further than just the tiny borders of my tiny country. Why are we the ones that have embraced the ugly truth about this COVID-19 pandemic, not getting through to a lot of people of which we know that they cannot be stupid? I used to think that they somehow had to be stupid because the facts were so obvious. The inconsistencies of the things that the governments do and what they say were so in plain sight that you have to be stupid not to connect the dots. But that was a wrong assumption. So I had to come up with a new one. And I did. I really went through the profiles of the most stubborn believers of the COVID-19 BS. And I found another parameter to be consistently equal in those people. And that is the parameter that is about how do you react to danger. When presented with danger, we go to the 3 F's. The fight, the flight, and the freeze. Only the ones that predominantly go towards the fight are in the frontiers of the no more believers in the The ones that are more geared towards harmony, peace. Those are the kind souls that tend to believe the government BS a lot longer. And that was interesting, but it didn't really explain it all. And then I remembered something out of my own life. I remembered a story that was about a relationship that I had a long time ago, in which my girlfriend decided that it was a good idea to betray me. But this is the version of the truth that I know right now. I didn't used to. In the beginning, I was presented another version. Even worse, I got about 4 or 5 of them. The first version was, I don't love you anymore. I'm going to my parents' house. Did it hurt? Yeah. Did I embrace this truth, although I had seen a lot of things that didn't add up with this version? Yeah, I did. The second version was, there is another guy. Ouch. But we didn't do anything. He doesn't even know. I did the same thing. Embraced it. The third version was the version in which he did know. And they kissed. But we didn't do the, that thing. And I did the exact same thing again. I embraced it. Although it was kind of stupid of me to embrace it because it didn't add up. And the fourth version came 2.5 years later. I want you to really let this sink in. I lived with the lie 2.5 years. And a friend of mine asked me some questions. We were walking his dog and he said, "What do you believe?" Blah, 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 blah. And I said, yeah. And now the relevance is that I embraced and even defended a lie. I defended a lie. Deep down knowing that it was a lie because I knew that the whole truth would destroy me. And that is the relevance. That is the exact same thing that is happening right now with the ones around you that do not seem to be able to add up 1 + 1. It is because they do know that corruption does not only exist, but it is widespread. They do know that governments kill more people and already have killed more people than any civilian ever did. They do know that criminals form networks and that they keep each other out of harm's way, and that a lot of criminals are wearing nice suits. They do know that the pharmaceutical industry is as rotten as things can be, and that the vaccine arm of this pharmaceutical industry is the most criminal one. And they do know about lobbying, and they do know about money in politics, and they do know about calling in favors, and they do know about billionaires never having enough and creating all kinds of pseudo monopolies in every single field. And they do know that a lot of so-called charities are no charities at all, that they are ways of getting around taxes, and that those are far more efficient in creating a holy image of a person or a company or the person that represents the company than every other budget ever could. They do know that there is a lot of evil stuff going around, including very, very, very nasty stuff like pedophiles and even high-ranking people doing this ugly shit. Pardon my French. But they are choosing to defend their world because it's the only world that they have grown accustomed to. It's the only world that they call and that feels like their comfort zone. You are threatening their comfort zone. You are threatening their life. Not physically, but you know what I'm talking about. So how do you do this? Because that's the question, right? Because we have to wake them up. We have to wake those up that do not want to be woken up. Just like I didn't want to be. So how do we do it? Well, one, always come from empathy and love. Do not treat them as being stupid, even though they are treating you as crazy and stupid, because I know they do. Keep the higher ground, come from love, and dose the truth. Give them a little that is really close to their comfort zone. And then, after they process that one, a little more. Do it with questions. That's the second tip. Ask them, so how do you explain this and that? Choose them wisely and make them think. Because everything that a person finds himself is considered far more valuable than the things that you just gave to them. And everything that they will dig up after you ask them the question will lead to another digging frenzy. Because they're gonna be like, whoa, okay, so if this is true, then let them have that momentum. Don't push, don't be a tugboat, be a lighthouse. Stand there, shine your light, and then they can use your information, they can use your light, but they don't have to. Nobody wants to be forced. Not if it's about vaccines, and not if it's about truth. So, come from a loving place with empathy, ask questions, and do not move too far away from their comfort zone, because they will be in the panic zone. A creature that is in the panic zone stops absorbing information, doesn't learn. Keep them in the learning zone, which is a little outside their comfort zone. Not too much. I know, in their comfort zone they don't learn it either. True, but that's not what I'm saying. Get them out of it, just a little. And maybe you're not the right person for all of those people. Maybe you should enroll somebody else that they do listen to, because it's about the feeling of safety. They have to have the perception that they will live, that they can handle it. Keep the fear out of the equation, because fear is the exact opposite frequency of love. And that is how I conclude this video. Love is the answer. So,
did you get anything
useful out of this video at all, please let me know in the comments. You can also put some questions or maybe some suggestions for future video topics in those same comments. Please consider subscribing to one of these channels listed here and use this email address here if you want to talk to me in person. Please take care of yourself and the ones around you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.